Hey guys, Keyiter here. Since the game concept is becoming more stable, I decided that it's a good moment to start working on actual graphics. I bet that you didn't think that the ghost from the previous videos were the final asset, right? Anyways, I'm not an artist, but here's what I brought to life. I went for more like Eastern style with this than classical ghost. For ours, we obviously have a different color to make them distinguishable from main ghost. Currently, I have made only idle and flying animation, and for the flying part, I tried to make it more dynamic with a tail that is stretched when the ghost is flying. It generally looks good, but it still needs a little polish when the ghost turns. But if I still won't be happy with it, I will just stick with a pure sprite-based animation. But maybe I'm thinking about it too much. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if the tail on the ghost looks good. Going to the next graphic upgrade that I made, I painted the first type of flower along with blooming animation. First type, because I already decided that there will be at least 3 of them. I think that all assets will be in this style. Flat color and an empty space in place of contours. Currently, I have only made the flower part. I still need to paint the stalk and vines, but I managed to paint the crate. It's obviously not very complicated. While crashing the crate, I split it into pieces and let the gravity and collision do the rest. But to be honest, I'm not quite happy with it. It looks bad on the start, so I think that I will manually paint the first part of the animation, and only then will swap it to the broken one. I also tried to paint the background for the first level. I wanted it to have a little depth, so I painted it as parts and pasted them along on the z-axis so they could scroll in a parallax. It's not finished yet, as I think that I will add little details later on, but I think it should genuinely give you an image of how the finished game will look. Oh, I almost forgot, I also added the lights. Now, that's the looks I was talking about. Currently, the only glowing elements are the ghost and flowers, but I will add more later on. Okay, enough of these add slide things. I also did some coding. I implemented a camera shift. I can activate it whenever I want. For example, if the player enters the room, I can move the camera through it to show it, or I can move it to show the player that something is happening somewhere else. The pace of camera movement, duration of movement, and zoom can be changed manually for each shift. I can also specify if it should occur once, twice, or always. I was also designing some new puzzles with use of that pushable object. I came up with a few mechanics and also implemented them. Just some basic stuff. Pushable objects cannot break crates if you drop them from high enough height, and you will break normal vines if you push it on top of one. But to compensate, I added a second type of flower that is actually capable of pulling it up. The last type is the dry vines. When you drop an object on them, they will break. But if you bloom the flower connected to them, they will work as the regular vine does. If you then leave the flower, the vines will withstand the weight of the object, and you will be able to move the object on top of them. So don't forget to tell me in the comments what you think about the tail, leave a like and subscribe. This is all I got for you today. Hope you have enjoyed, and see you again next week.